In the early season as both of these programs try to make an early statement and build that resume. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the SMU Mustangs, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Buckeyes will get us started with the opening kickoff. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. On the direct snap, it's Knight. And the good news for the offense, there's nowhere to go from here but forward. No gain on the first play.
Yeah, that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that rep.
This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Johnson looking to throw. And he dropped it. For all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 20.
It is sucked out. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Great place to start for this offense. He wants to start this drive with a pass. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
They're dealing with a second and long. Back to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Porter. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. And the Buckeyes come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, that play didn't stand a chance. I mean, nobody even blocked that guy, and he's able to get the tackle for loss.
The Buckeyes will try to move the chains on 4th down. 42 spot. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Grab near the marker. It's Rousseau. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Porter. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. It's 1st and 5. To throw, it's Sayin. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
They'll try to dial up a better one this time on 2nd and goal from the 5. And and it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. Let's it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
Well, I know it's a very small sample size, and we've got a lot of football to go this year, but what can you say about this offense? How explosive and impressive they look. Top 5 in the nation in scoring, and you can see why. They've got speed and playmakers all over the field.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. On the direct snap, it's Knight. And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
I don't know that there's a harder position in football to play than quarterback. You know, all the space in the game, the speed of the game, the big bodies out wide. But to be able to break on those short passes and be an open field tackler like that and give up no yards and protect deep, that's a nice job by the corner.
He lets one fly deep. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Mustangs!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Pulls it in. It's Porter. Gets away from one. He's got space. All kinds of room to the right. 10. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll run the option. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
When you play the option and you play this responsibility football, sometimes your eyes can get lost. They didn't on that play. Nice job honing in, getting in there quickly, getting the quarterback to the ground.
Running game got stuffed on first down, still from their own 25 on 2nd and 10. From the gun, running back gets to give. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it'll be hard to stop.
Red pass, it's complete. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one. Now, you might have the defense's head spinning a little bit now. Hit him with a big run, now they hit him with a big pass.
Man, it's so hard to defend both. You know that. Which coverage do I want to put? Do I put more people in the box to stop the run? When you've got this kind of balance on offense, the defense can't be right.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. The give to the tailback. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on 3rd down. Looking for space, it's Roberts. And the Mustangs have a first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
The Mustangs kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Running into the open space. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Final play of the quarter coming. The run from the shotgun. And he is stopped behind the line, and that's how we'll finish the first quarter. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Johnson wants to throw it. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
The Mustangs will go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. Looking to throw on first down. Under fire. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Give to the back. Turning it on. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered. An explosive play to the 40.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
Quickly out to the tight end. Open space at the 25. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
The Buckeyes just got that huge run. They'd love another explosive play. Motion from the wideout. Might be calling a hot route. The give on the option. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
29 Philly, 2-9 Philly, 6-9-1, Gators score.
He'll keep it himself. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
They go with the option. Quarterback keeps it himself. And look, we've seen this guy on tape, guys, break these tackles and take it the distance. This offense should keep dialing up these option plays. Don't let that short gain by the QB prevent you from running this scheme in your playbook.
And they've moved closer and closer, and still they need 2 yards, 3rd and goal. Got his man on the outside. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the snap, it's Knight. And this wildcat is going to be declawed, stopped in the backfield.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case. And there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Wildcat look didn't get much, picked up a few on that one. Johnson looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Mustangs will punt it away on 4th down. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. They'll start this drive going to the air. He put it out there for him, and this senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. This time it's complete. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got some. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, they're good with it after the catch. They got that quickness, they got that speed, and he showed some of it there.
They'll leave it with him.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Back to throw. It's Sayin. Makes the grab. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offensive success.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Makes a connection. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. And the Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Steps away to find some room. Catch in the middle. It's Roberts. And the defense drags him down.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Lost to throw again. Looking to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Ohio State. And with the way he's throwing it right now, there are some big names at the top of that record list. J.T. Barrett, Dwayne Haskins, Justin Fields might be getting ready to move them down a notch.
And moving those guys down, that's a day. That's the day you dream about. That's the day where the ball's barely touching the ground. You're in a zone, and everything is going your way.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt. Return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Toss sweep to the right. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
And the Mustangs come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Looks as if he's going to run it. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Mustangs will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. Motion from the wide receiver. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The Buckeyes moving quickly to the line. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Ohio State. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down.
42 Spiders.
Trying play action. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the right. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
And this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for me.
Looking for a man. It's Sayin. Here's the pressure. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
Gonna take a shot. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Bringing it back. He's at the 40. The 20. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, SMU. It is one thing to come up with the interception. No, don't stop there. Turn it into a score.
Make a big play and don't be content. That's right. Go out and make an even bigger play, and he does it. He makes the pick and then takes it all the way back to the house. Looked like a wide receiver, for goodness sakes. Turn on the Jets, making the big play.
Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll just take a knee in this drive. Start at the 25. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Got his man downfield. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking.
Now, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
Back to pass. It's Sayin. Using his legs to buy some time. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Mustangs will line up to kick off and start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. To the air on 1st down. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Caught over the middle. It's Graham. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Breaks into the open. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Buckeyes with the 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Dropping back, it's Sayin. Got his man on the right. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
Gets the back moving. On 3rd down, going up top. He's got an open man. Running free. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Throws to the wideout. Got his man on the right. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Moves around to clear up the vision. Snares it outside. It's Bray. He was looking to get the ball farther downfield, but he just had to take what he could before he got drilled.
Sometimes you can look down the field, Reese, but you see that pressure, and it's getting to you. Get rid of the football. You don't want to take the sack. You don't want to lose the yardage and try to let you.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. That type of pressure on the quarterback, that's vintage Ohio State, right in keeping with the legacy that's been established by the Buckeye team.
Yeah, and you take pride in that. You own that legacy with all those guys you see performing at a high level in the NFL. Man, you see that, you want to go get it, recruiting guys to fit those profiles. That's why Ohio State always has a good defensive line.
Johnson wants to throw it. He's looking deep. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
About what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his 2nd interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
Give to the running back. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Ohio State. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
That's after that amazing performance in week one, this offense wasn't content. They felt like they left some plays out on the field, even though they were able to get that win. I feel like they've taken another step. They've raised their intensity level. They've raised their execution. This team is going to be a contender this year. You can just feel it.
Now they'll try to get another possession with an onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Their defense came up with a big stop now to see if they can turn it into points. He's got it on the right. He'll be run out of bounds right at the 25. The Mustangs in a good spot here with second and short.
42 Spider.
Looking to fire. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. And they do a really good job. Not as easy as it... to get those blocks, and he picks up the first down.
And that's good enough for a first down.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. First down, 10 yards to go.
Green 25.
They'll go to the counter. Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got them.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. Oh, there's always football on the bad pitch. And the defense jumps on him. They get that turnover.
Those pitches, those laterals, whatever you want to call them, the more times you do those in a game, the more likelihood you have of putting that pigskin on the ground. They put it on the ground there. Ball gets out. It happens. It's going to be a part of the game, but it's also the part of the game that the coaches, when they get you to the sidelines, they're going to tell you about it. They're not going to tell you about it in good language.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
They'll test the right side. There he goes. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the second level and getting a hat on the linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. And the Buckeyes come to the line in the hurry-up. quarterback making checks. Dropping back, it's Sayin. Caught close to the marker, it's Porter. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. It's a bad scheme to try to cover this guy one-on-one, much like Michigan State tried to do against Joey Galloway in '93, but the difference there is the reason Joey Galloway couldn't be covered is that no one really wants to be around it.
Ain't that the truth? We work with him weekly. We can say that and be very firm about it. But here's the thing. Joey Galloway, think about the other names to wear the scarlet and gray. So many guys year after year. You know Ohio State fans, Reese, they're going to claim, wide receiver U. They try to claim that because so many greats have been through that university.
They make the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a first down.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out, and that's exactly what they're doing now.
They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. So the final period starts with a second down play. Wants to go up top. Grabbed in the middle. It's Roberts. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
And this QB has been on top of him. He's made good reads, you can tell, taking care of the football, put up a lot of yards. He's over 350 on the day now.
Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Plucks it out of the air. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. To the air, it's Sayin. Snags it. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
This is a design run. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a first and goal. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Buckeyes trying to get a touchdown on first and goal. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quarterback keeps it. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long, or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Ball State is just getting blown off the field right now. I mean, like them or hate them, I think anyone would agree this is tough to watch. They're trailing by 18 to Western Kentucky. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Finds a soft spot in the middle. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
And this passing attack has not been great today. It hasn't found a way to manufacture those big plays and to scare this defense. And now, in passing situations, trailing, this is a tough spot for this offense.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. Here comes the option. And the ball is free on the pitch. A fortuitous turn of events to keep possession of that one.
Great job by the defense, forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on it.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on 4th down.
He had nowhere to go with the football. You could tell, surveying the field, somebody's got to get open to go make a play. Man, throw it up. Run it. Do something. You can't take a sack on 4th down. You got to give somebody an opportunity to make a play for you.
Quickly complete. He'll step out of bounds at about the 11.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback get going the other direction.
The offense changing the play. Scanning the field, it's Sayin. He caught it! Touchdown, Ohio State!
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Here they're trying to get it to the edge. Turning it on. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down.
And he finally breaks one. They get rewarded. They've been trying to run the football, Palmer, but just haven't had success all day.
Yeah, and the staff never gave up on him too, right? They kept giving him opportunities, and maybe that's the run that starts to open things up here later in this game for this guy.
They'll run the option. Now the toss. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process.
They just haven't been able to get much going in this game. The defense has definitely had their number, and here they are late. You're asking yourself, why are they still running the football, trailing this much late in the game? But that's basically a microcosm of how this game has gone.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Running back searching for a hole. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Yeah, and a nice big pickup on the ground. Palmer, you could have used some of this earlier in the game. Are you calling runs at this point?
No, I'd be a little bit more aggressive, I think, throwing it. I think part of it right now is because the defense, they've got the lead big. They're just playing a little bit more zone, a little bit more prevent. They're fine letting this offense just chip down the field, but they're wasting time off the clock.
Green 25.
On the option. Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Speeding down the left side. Touchdown, Buckeyes. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
And defenses are always trying to force turnovers to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down.
SMU offense will take over 1st and 10.
they've got. Direct snap. It's Knight. They found a little running room out of the Wildcats, still short of the first down marker. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's Knight. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat.
Yeah, this offense, man, they just continue to struggle, man. They need to find something that they do really, really well. And running the football late in the fourth quarter when you're getting beat by a good bit, that's probably not it. This offense needs to hit the ground.
And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Man, and it was just the impact of the hit that dislodged the football from the ball carrier. There was a heat-seeking missile coming in there, and he knocked that thing loose.
Back to pass, it's Sayed. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add their total.
I gotta say, the mental toughness that this team is showing early this season is real impressive. And going down the field and scoring on that last possession, putting themselves in position here to go 2-0, they're answering the bell. This team has leadership on both sides of the ball. Very, very impressive.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just I don't know.
Motion from the back. The give from the gun. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Makes the catch, converts on 4th down, is still on his feet. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. And here we go, final play of the game right here. Johnson looking to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty